following training is sponsored by the Niagara Library System. We serve our member libraries in Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee counties. Please visit your local library homepage and use your library card to get access to streaming videos, downloadable music, audiobooks, ebooks, and even more from the comfort of your own home. Thank you. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody again today. And today what we're going to talk about is actually embedding YouTube videos like these onto your library website if you like. You can always link to the Niagara Mobile channel on YouTube if you wanted to, and that will simply display all of the videos that we make here. Or if you like a particular one or you want to use it, this is how you can actually put it on your own website. I'm going to go through the steps here as I have them in this little handout in Word, and then we're going to take a look at the live site. So I'm going to kind of go back over what I'm going to tell you, okay? First, of course, you need to find the video that you actually like. That would seem, pretty obvious, but I don't want to skip anything. So find the video on YouTube that you actually like and would want to embed. The next thing to do, now this gets to be the weird part, is you need to actually find the place on your own website where you want to embed the video. There are several different ways to do this, but I myself like to look at the source code. And all you need to do to just look at the source code without making any changes is you can right click on any live website. You can't change anything, you can't mess anything up, but you can actually see all of the HTML code. So what I did was I picked part of the niagamobile.tech website, and you can see it here in the picture, and I right-clicked on the website, and then I went down and clicked on View Page Source. When I did that, you can see this a little bit here, and I'll see about doing this live like I mentioned. The web page is here, and the source code here opens in a new tab within Chrome. Once I have this source code, what I did was I used the find option, that is Control F, to see a particular word in the code. In this case, I looked for the word demand because if I scroll up a little bit, these were right here. I didn't screenshot it, but this says on-demand courses. So demand was a good word to look for, so I'd know where I was in the code. In Chrome, here is the actual find box. I typed in the word demand, and it tells me that it comes up 2 times within that page, and it highlights, here's the first one, and here's the second one. And even if you don't know anything about coding, this is actually a lot of how I learned a little bit, what little I know about HTML. It was actually looking at code itself. So here's the coding in here, and this is where we are when we talk about on demand, right? This becomes important. You can either screenshot this, take a photo of it, something so that you can see what the code looks like, so that when you go to your actual website software like Dreamweaver or WordPress or whatnot, you'll be able to find this stuff again, so you know where you're embedding the video. This is where we are right now. And as soon as I find, actually I just scrolled down and I realized I had hopped back to YouTube. So now we know we have the video that we like. We know where we want to put it. So what we need to do now is we need to grab the code from YouTube so that we can embed that code into our own website. Sounds difficult, but it's not. It's literally a copy and paste because YouTube gives you the code, and as long as you know where to put it, you copy it from YouTube and you paste it into your site. Let me show you what I mean. When you go back to your YouTube video, you're going to scroll under the video and find what's called the share link. And it's literally has a little arrow and it says share. When we click on the link, you're going to get a couple of choices, including the very first one where it says embed. This is what we need to do. We do not need, right here, do not use that copy. This is just a link that goes to the video. It's not the source code that you need to put into your site. We need to go to embed. Once we click embed, you're going to see that it has the actual video itself, and then all of this stuff right here, that's the important stuff. That's the code that YouTube actually provides you to simply copy right there, and it copies all of this code that's in there, and you don't have to do a thing with it, okay, except paste it in the right spot. Once we copy the code we need for the website, what I would do is kind of minimize YouTube, and you need to go into your software now for your website. In my case, we end up using Dreamweaver for the Niagara mobile website. You might use WordPress, there might be, I don't know, Google Sites, different things, Canva, but whatever software you use to control your website, you now need to get into that software, and you do need to find the right page that you want to embed the link on. In my case, when I open Dreamweaver, it shows me all of like my recent items and things like that. So I can just pick the page that I want to be on. And once I find the page and the location on that page where I'd like the video to show, like when I found the on-demand courses or online courses, you can see there's coding in here, okay? And this is not exactly the same coding. You should find the exact same spot as you did before. Find the spot in the code where you want to embed the video. Place your cursor, so click there, so you have your cursor blinking in the code, and you can actually then paste that YouTube code right into your website. And what I did here was where the cursor was, I now have this iframe width, and it gives me a height, and it shows the YouTube video player. It gives me all of the code. I didn't write any of that. I just copied it right from YouTube. I pasted it into my website now that I control. I want to save my changes, and again in Dreamweaver I have to go to File and Save. You can see this on the screen. And then you need to put the code on the test server if you have one, or you need to put the code on the live server so you can actually see the changes. Again, that's a peculiarity, it seems, for Dreamweaver, where you have to go to the word Site in the menu and then go down to Put. And when you do that, then you should check your web page and be sure that the video is there and working. That's what we do. Simple, right? Okay, let me see if I can show you exactly what I mean. All right, so here we have on the screen, what I did was I went and I searched for Niagara Mobile Kindle Paperwhite. This is the live YouTube video right here, okay? And let's say you want to embed this on your website. What I do, following my instructions, is I go right down here to share. I'm going to scroll up a little so I can see it. So I click share. And remember, I want to go right to embed. I want to ignore the word that says copy on the screen. We don't want that. I'm going to click on embed. And as soon as I get that, right here is the code that I need to embed this on my website. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that code, and it usually gives me a little notification that the code was copied to the clipboard, and I would then open Dreamweaver and I would paste it into the correct area. And again, how do I find the correct area? So moving backwards a little bit, I can actually go, for example, here to the courses and resources page on the Niagara mobile website, and it says on-demand courses here. So like I said, I covered this, so I'm going a little bit backwards. And right in here, and it doesn't matter where you do it on the page, anywhere on the page, I can simply place my mouse and right click. And when I do that, I get the ability here to view page source. Now, I already have that open. Here it is in the other tab. Okay, so the two of them are open. I did Control F to find, and I wanted to find the word demand, so I'd know where it was in the code, and here is where it is. Okay, so if I want to find the code in Dreamweaver, now I can't do anything with this code. This is from the live website. What I need to do now is open my website, the software. And again, in my case, it's Dreamweaver, so I'm going to do that right quick. And when Dreamweaver opens, then the next thing I'm going to look for is the actual page that I need to open, which is named Courses and Resources. So I click on that there. As soon as I open it, what I'm seeing here, and I know you're not seeing the whole screen, but what's important is I'm seeing right in here the actual HTML code now that I can control. I have this. And what I'm literally going to do is scroll down through the code and find the word demand, or actually in this case, what I did was I found a whole block of YouTube video links that were put in there. This is the on-demand courses. So if I wanted the video player to be in here, I would want to place my cursor. So I would click, you can see there, where I would want to put the YouTube code, and then put the YouTube code there, save it, put the web page live, and then see if the video player actually works. Good luck, and I hope it works for you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.